When we opened the business in 1969, it was a very different world in many aspects, and it was a small business we were going to be running. We had 3 switchboards, old telephone company plug boards. We each take 100 accounts, but we've had probably about in total about 250 accounts. The room where the boards were located, they were the phone company's boards. They were leased. We didn't own them. It was a small room. Our agents, then called operators, sat at the high stools, almost like a bar stool. Behind them, we had little tables where they could keep a few personal items, snacks, believe it or not, cigarettes, ashtrays, and no beverages. Beverages were out because if they should spill on the switchboards.
After college, I was in the military, in the Marines and the Army for about 10 years. And Nancy and I bought our first service in 1969. We became partners. I was heavily involved in an advertising agency that I owned at the time. And because of that, I could devote limited time to the answering service. We were growing through acquisitions, and my job was mainly negotiating the acquisitions, bringing them together financially, and making sure they had properly latched.
Message taking was quite different than it is now. We actually wrote on 3x5 slips of paper the name and phone number and problem of the caller. Then we filed them overhead in a bin, little slots actually, numbered by the client's ID. And so that when later on we either called the customer with his messages or he called in, we had that information.
The industry was changing greatly in the 80s. Before that, we were very limited where we could market.
We really couldn't market, as it were. And so we bought some small services and were able to incorporate them into our systems.
We could only really change by acquisition.
But still very limited, so we couldn't go really more than a few towns away.
With the breakup of AT&T and the Baby Bells, 2 things came into play.
And we needed to be located within 1/4 mile of the central office of the phone company, or else our customers, if they tried to be wired from farther away, would pay exorbitant fees to the phone company.
Toll-free calling and call forwarding. Both of those changed the whole structure of how answering services could market. It allowed us, at a very modest cost, to market to any place in the country. In order to modernize and to consolidate our operation, improve training and improve management, we made the decision to put everything into our current 12,000 square foot modern office building located here in Butler. From the business standpoint, the technology allowed us to handle calls faster, more reliably. With the advent of cell phones and texting and the other modern conveniences, allowed us to communicate quicker. It allowed us to be more efficient.
I joined Anserve in 2006. I held many different roles. I started as an agent. I worked the overnight shift. I worked as a shift manager. I worked in the programming. After I joined in 2006, another item we put into place was quality assurance. We know that we are the front line for our clients. Since instituting the quality assurance programs, we have won multiple awards for industry excellence, and we constantly meet the standards of our industry and exceed them. If for some reason there is a major hit to our building, customer information is backed up off-site. We can remote into our vendor system and process calls through that. If there is an issue with our local power, we have a natural gas generator that will power the building for as long as we need. On top of that, each night we back up our information off-site, so if there's an issue with our physical plant building, we can still operate. We are moving most of our equipment into a co-location. The co-location has supercharged data, biosecure facility biometrically. We joined our clients and Fortune 500 companies in the co-location facility to protect ourselves on data and to also protect against breaches.
I'm Nancy Ward, and I'm Vice President of Anserve Incorporated.
My name is Rob Ward, and I am the President of Anserve.
I'm Bob Ward, and I am CEO of Anserve.